Hi guys, and happy Sunday. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Having a beautiful day, beautiful weekend. The weather has been glorious, except that it gets a little bit windy all these afternoons. I don't know, but it keeps the heat, away. It keeps it a little bit cooler, and it feels good. So yesterday, I stopped in the thrift. I did a couple of things, very few. I wanted to drop off a bunch of stuff at the thrift, so I stopped in real quick. And I found two great things there. And then we had a barbecue in the afternoon. I made hamburgers on the grill, and really just fun. And then we played that awesome new beanbag toss game that I got with the skull. And we made our own rules for this one because it has more holes than the regulation bean toss. So we figured some of the holes would be harder than others, like the mouth would be harder. So we figured we'd give that, if you get into the mouth, it'll be 3 points. If you get either eye, it'll be 2. And anything that lands on the board will be 1. So we played it like that, and we had a great time. It was so much fun. And the bean bags are smaller, easier to handle and toss. We're used to playing regulation cornhole, but this was so much fun that we just kept going and just keeping the points, and then we tallied all the points at the end. Instead of playing to 21, like we would in regular cornhole, we just kept going and then tallied the points at the end, and it was really fun. So my mother was 45 and I was 61, so we both did really well. We both did really, really well. So we weren't even that far apart. And it was a great, great fun day. And my mother can't take the heat, so yesterday was the perfect day because we had a breeze. It was in the 70s. It was perfect. So we had a very fun time. Where's the other black one? Oh, you got it. All right. Oh my God, so close. Oh my God. 2 for Ma. 2.
It bounced over the arm.
Oh, that was like really bad. I'm used to the big heavy bags, and I'm throwing them too hard. Oh my God. 3, 4, 6 for me. 6 for me. Okay. That's weird because you were doing really well. 2. 2 for me. Right, and then, all right, so I'll show you what I got in the thrift yesterday. I got another piece of oak barrel stave art, which is remarkable, and it's got all these beer or wine bottle tops. Looks like beer bottle tops, maybe wine bottles, but there's 9 of them on here as little things to hold plants. You could start seeds in here, you can put clippings in here, but I put these little pink and purple flowers in here that I got in the Dollar Tree. But I loved the little, another oak barrel stave piece of art, which I love. And the other one, the one that I got that was a candle holder, remember that? And then remember that weird little head with the open mouth that was like a Minute Man? I took a command strip and I put him on that candle holder, so I have a place for him, and it makes the candle holder more interesting, and I don't damage him or the oak stave because I used a command strip. Command strips are my new favorite thing. Those and zip ties. I use them for everything. So here is that little 2 little oak barrel staves with band metal and all these little seed starters or clipping, get them rooted. I just adore this thing. Really fun. So I found that, and I found this. Oh my god, Rock Bottom, Dark Moments in Music Babylon. Now this is written by Pamela DeBar, the author of I'm With the Band. You know, Miss Pamela, famous groupie from back in the day. She's a really sweet lady. I mean, I've known of her forever because I used to read Star magazine, and all the groupies were in there. Star was a big magazine back in the glitter days. And this book is so great. I started reading it this morning and I could not put it down. So this one talks about exactly what it says, dark moments in Music Babylon. So we have like Syd Barrett going mad. We have famous rock and roll deaths. So far I have read, I couldn't put it down, like I said, this morning, Laughing Syd Barrett, Scream Thy Last Scream, read that chapter. Jan Berry, Riding the Wild Surf to Dead Man's Curve, of course, Jan Berry, Jan and Dean. Mark Boland, 20th Century Boy, and currently I read half of John Bonzo Bonham, In Through the Outdoor, and just incredible stories. Most of them are about deaths. You know, most of them are about famous rock and rollers that died as a result of their fame, you know, whatever. But he did throw Syd Barrett in there because that was a really sad story, you know. She did him first. So could not put it down. Awesome, awesome book. And of course I read I'm With the Band a long time ago. Very excellent book. And if you haven't read any of her books, you have to. She's got 3 of them. The other one is Take Another Little Piece of My Heart, A Groupie Grows Up. So, very famous groupie. She was very involved with the Mothers of Invention, and she was Jimmy Page's girlfriend for a while. And she was also the founder of the GTOs, Girls Together Outrageously, that Zappa produced. So, this is an awesome, awesome book. So, very fun. Then this morning, we tried to go to Ward Farms, and I really wanted to go there because I saw online how beautiful it was, and the way they set it up with the display with the pumpkins and all the Halloween things. I really, really wanted to go. So we did, and we pull in, and it's not set up yet. Nothing but a pile of firewood and the little animals' cabins, whatever you call them, their little shelters. We were like, oh, you know, everybody's so slow with Halloween this year, and autumn. I don't understand. People don't want to let it go, I guess. Then my mother said, well, maybe maybe they're having a problem getting their stuff, because there's a huge shortage of drivers to deliver these goods. So that could be, maybe the pumpkins aren't coming down from New York State or wherever, or the Midwest, wherever they're coming from. Maybe there's just no drivers to deliver them. They said that's been a big problem this year. So I think that's also why the Lidl is taking so long to open. But nowhere around here. I mean, the Big Spirit was great and fun, and they were very well stocked. Corrado's last week was just getting their Gaylords full of pumpkins, but nothing else. So Ward Farms wasn't open yet. So we took a country drive back, away from there, back towards home. Beautiful country roads. Felt very cool, very autumny, very country. And where do we go next? We went to Aldi because we were going to cook this afternoon, and we did. So we went to Aldi, and after Aldi, we went straight across the river, and we went to the thrift over there. We went to the Home Depot to see their Halloween setup. Oh my God, so disappointing. Nothing. Last year it was mega huge. And I've seen some people on YouTube that have been to their Home Depots, and they have tons of stuff. But here, nothing. I mean, a little corner of the store. And that is actually what my mother said. I think they're probably having a problem getting their stuff because most of it's made in China. It's just so delayed. It could be, but I took a little bit of footage of what was there, and it was nothing like previous years. They didn't even have the 12-foot skeleton anymore. I don't know. Looked like they had out what was left over from last year or something. That's it. A little corner of the store. But here it is anyway. These are nice. Look. They're like blown glass. Yeah, this looks just like the dog that I bought in the thrift store that time. That's with the bones in the back. Looks like them. Oh yeah, this is nothing compared to the past, unless it's just the store. There's a cat. She's pretty good. Is this? Oh yeah, here they are. These rotting, they're called like rotten cats. Isn't that great? Oh, he's good too.
Fire inside.
Yeah. That's cool. The rotten patch is good. But the last year's Home Depot had all different shapes and sizes of these.
Huh.
They must have just started. Because their stuff is all cutesy. I can't believe how slow the places are this year.
You know why? Most of the stuff is called made in China, and they haven't.
And they can't get it. Right. They've been using this cheap press board for everything, and it doesn't last outside. I don't know why. They used to always be wood back in the day.
Cheaper today and charge more money.
Yep, this one's cute. These are really nice. So then we went to the thrift over there in Passaic, and I found some really, really fun things. I found this beautiful bowl. Oh my God, this really, really excites me. Do you know, you may not, when you go into a good Italian store, they have wheels, these big wheels of Parmesan cheese. This is Parmigiano Reggiano. Big wheels of cheese that look just like this. They punch holes in the outside with the Parmesan Reggiano, whatever. And then they cut pieces off as you tell them how many pounds you want. They cut it off, or restaurants might buy the whole wheel. Well, this looks exactly like a wheel of Parmesan. Look at that. It's got all around the outside. But it's a bowl. Oh my God. I fell in love with this thing instantly. And it was only $4.99. So I was really excited about that. Love it. Love the idea that it looks like a wheel of cheese. Very, very cool. When you go in Corrado's, they have these big wheels of cheese. Or even Uncle Giuseppe's. A whole cheese section with hanging provons that are like 6 feet long, or these big, big Parmesan wheels just like this. Just so fun. And then I found this little hippo planter. Look how cute he is. Oh my God. He's got his mouth open. He's got these cute little hippo feet with the little wrinkles. I love this thing. It weighs a ton. And I was so happy with him. He's just beautiful. Let's see if we can see who makes him. Designed and sculpted by I can't make it out, but it's J-A-R-I. Oh, it's really hard. It's in script. But anyway. He's so beautiful. Look at him. Oh my God. Such a great Atomic Universe creature. I'm so happy about this. And I went to Foreman Mills and got this little plant for him. Because Foreman Mills is right around the corner. Mama likes to go there. So I got this little potted plant, and it fits right in him perfectly. And there he is. How cute. He's going on my deck. Adorable. So happy about him. So I have been I smashed my toe into something. I'm always doing things like this, but I smashed my little toe on my right foot into something, and it is bruised all around and swollen. Oh my God, the pain is ridiculous. So I've been soaking it in Epsom salt. So I got these Epsom salt tablets. They're lavender scented, and they're these beautiful big tablets. I've never seen Epsom salts like this. Big tablets that look like almost like bubble bath or bath bomb. Put it in the hot water. It dissolves like a Alka-Seltzer. You know, it's really cool. Put my feet in there, and oh my God! After I cooked yesterday on the grill, I had my feet in there last night. I watched Trick or Treat again, and I just sat with my feet in the hot water, hoping it would feel better today. But today it was like a million more times bruised. So there's only certain sandals that I can wear that make it actually feel good. And so I was able to walk today, but I had my moments of extreme pain. But right now it feels pretty good because I'm sitting still. And you know, I don't sit still very often, so But yeah, I'm always smashing my toes into something, and it's not a good thing. Not a good thing. And now I'm like walking through the house like really carefully so I don't like knock it again, because believe me, I would probably pass out if I hit that thing again the way it feels now. But such is life, right? But hopefully it gets better really soon. I'm going to keep soaking it in these Epsom salts. Wow, it's really good. I got these in Dollar Tree, and there's 6 of those big tablets in here, and lavender scented, so relaxing, calming, and makes your feet feel good. So that was the day. So Lidl, when I went to the thrift yesterday, I went to drop stuff off. Oh my God. The guy that works in the drop-off is so annoying. He gives me a hard time every time I come, and he can't talk. So, I feel bad, but he can't talk. So he can't tell you what it is that's wrong. Like, he's just telling me, no, like, no, I can't take that. And I'm saying, why can't you take it? And he can't talk, so he can't tell me. So I was just like, oh, fuck this. I just grabbed it and took it back to the car. He checks everything. I mean, if you give him a bag and tell him what's in it, I said, this is a bag of shoes. He has to open it. He has to rip it open to see what's in it. Oh. Every time I go and he's there, he gives me a hard time. And I can't take it. And I kind of flipped out. Not verbally, but he could tell I was really pissed. So he was going like this. Calm down. I was going to bitch. I was going to complain next door in the store about him. But I said, you know what? He can't talk. He's disabled. He needs the job. But damn, I'll take my stuff somewhere else, because this guy, I can't. No, can't deal with him at all. So that irritated the hell out of me. By the time I left there, I was like all tense and freaked. And I said, I'll go somewhere else, or I'll put them in those boxes. I don't give a shit. I'm not dealing with that guy. Like, who the hell is he? Who is he? I mean, this place depends on donations. And you're not letting me drop stuff off. It's not like I wasn't even bringing clothes. They take clothes. I was bringing some banners, some like backdrops and things like that. Some kid who's doing YouTube, who's starting YouTube and can't afford their backgrounds, would have killed for these things. He can't take them. They're not sheets. They're backdrops. Like, he totally, no. No. I was like, oh, fuck it. I give up. So, that irritated me. Then I came home and started to get the grill ready, and as soon as I get my grill going, I start to relax. Anytime I cook, I start to relax, and we had a very fun day after that. But I'm not going near that guy again, because I'm afraid I'm going to punch him or something. I swear. So after I left there, I came through the Lidl parking lot where the Lidl is opening, and there's a big truck in the parking lot with those signs that go like this, and it says Lidl opening September 15th. So we've been waiting for this for a year and a half, I think. They've been working on that place. So I'm pretty excited. So we're going to hit the Lidl on Wednesday morning, and that'll be fun. Now, my mother gave me a coupon for Spirit Halloween for 25% off of one item. I could have used that on the Sam doll, which costs a lot of money. You always want to use your coupon on a high value item, you know. So if I had that, and in fact, the day I bought Sam, she gave me a 20% coupon. So then my mother found a 25% coupon in one of those Val packs. So I have a 20 and a 25 now. So if there's any other like pricier items that I really want in there, I'll use the 25 first. But pretty much I have everything expensive that I wanted, like the Beetlejuice sign and Sam. So whatever else I get, I'll definitely use the coupon. And I had wished I had coupons all along, because they used to email them to me all the time. This year I got a lot of emails, but no coupons. So I don't know. So anyway, guys, that was the weekend. I wasn't here yesterday because we barbecued and hung out all day. It was just a beautiful day. And so Wednesday we'll go to the new Lidl, see what's going on there, see if it's really good. And that's about it. End of the week, my boss is leaving. My immediate boss, who announced to me that he was leaving, that he was giving his notice the day that my last day. So I'm going to stop in on Friday to say goodbye to him and wish him luck, because he was the best. And frankly, without him, the big boss, or Derek, the other manager that I loved, those three people I worked with directly, without them there, I would never want to be there anyway, anymore. So I got out at the right time. My father still says it was my doing. I announced my retirement, and then all these key people left. I don't know. Could be. Made everybody think about, what the place is becoming and what's going on and how stressful their jobs are and whatever. So, whatever. So I'll do that. I'll check on the new girl, my replacement, see if she's hanging in there. And it'll be good to see some of my guys, see what they're thinking about Tommy's leaving. I don't know. It's pretty intense. So, anyway, guys, like I said, I was so disappointed with Home Depot's Halloween. God, it's like Halloween. Is Halloween going to even exist this year? If it wasn't for Spirit. Because I went to Walmart twice. Nothing. Went to Walmart to get my hay bale. I knew that they had hay bales because I had seen them a couple weeks ago. But that was like the only thing they had. So I said, oh, certainly by now they'll have started putting out Halloween. Nothing. And the big Ultra Walmart in Garfield used to have a great Halloween section, but not a single thing. In fact, that whole area, they start, some of the places have put Halloween candy out, but who cares about that? Nobody is going to buy Halloween candy until halfway through October or later, because they don't want it sitting around their house. Somebody will eat it. Every place I go has Halloween candy. Nothing else. I don't understand it. It's halfway through September almost. I just don't get it. I really don't. But I know I went through this last year too. I remember a lot of places were really late on their Halloween. But I thought for sure the farm was set up by now. I mean, they have pictures of it on their Facebook, and it looked like it was totally ready, and it said opens 10 a.m. So we headed up there. Yeah, they open if you want to buy firewood, but none of the other stuff is done or set up. So, I don't know. This is the only time of year that I don't mind jumping the gun. This is like I said, September, October, that's Halloween for me. November, December, that's Christmas for me. So, when you go to these stores and it's winter and they put out bathing suits, or it's summer and they put out winter coats, you're like, what the hell? But they don't put out their Halloween. It's like, all right, school started, so get it out, get that crap out. Everybody buys it in the dollar store anyway. Get it out and put your Halloween up. I'm ready. hopefully we'll take a trip back to Spirit. In fact, when we were driving up 17, my mother spotted the other Spirit on the southbound side of the highway. She's like, there it is. I was like, okay, now we know where it is. So we can go to one or the other or both, and it'll be fun. So maybe Wednesday after we go to Lidl, we'll see. So anyway, guys, that is it for me. I love this little hippo. I've been finding a lot of hippos, right? They're so cute. But he's got his mouth open. We even thought about the zoo today because it was such a beautiful day. But we can do that another time. We can even do it on a weekday. But then again, you run into the risk of class trips. You know what I mean? But hopefully they don't start the class trips yet. The weekend it's too full of kids, but I really love that zoo. I've taken you there before, and we love it. Just absolutely love going there. So that's another nice autumn thing to do. And I think that's it. I'm just rambling. So anyway, guys, I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Sunday. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. Comment, subscribe, and spread that love. I love you all. Tink merch below. Radio Tink podcast link below. And until next time, remember, I love you all. Mwah.